Hello and welcome to From the Pastor's Kitchen. It's a beautiful day here in the ATL, and once again I get to share with you two of my greatest passions, my love for cooking and Christ. Well, today I am going to be cooking an appetizer. I told you all some weeks ago that I love mushrooms, and so I'm going to do a stuffed mushroom with lump crab, white lump crab meat. I want to show you lump white crab meat and artichoke, grilled artichoke. Now, I just had dinner somewhere the other night and somebody told me that they were stuffing crab onto the shrimp. When I got it, I was so, my goodness, how can I say it? I was just I wasn't happy about my meal, so I told them to tell the chef. There was more breading than lump crab meat on there, and I was ordering a stuffed shrimp with lump crab meat. I was so disappointed, but I tell you today, you won't be disappointed with this dish that I'm going to do for you. And once again, it is an appetizer. Now, I'm just going to do a few of them because we have already prepared them in advance for you, so you get an opportunity to see the finished product. I have a few mushrooms here. They've been cleaned already and wiped off. You have to dry mushrooms. When you clean them off, they must be dry quite a bit, and you just want to make sure you dry them off with a cloth or either a paper towel. So they're already clean. And I'm going to cut down in the center of this mushroom. I'm going to go ahead and do it like this, using a little teaspoon to get down in here and get into the roundness of this, which is 1/4 of a teaspoon right here to get down inside of it. And I'm just going to go around the sides of it until I get down into it as much as I want to. And all of the mushroom that I'm taking out, I am going to need to refill it back again. That is so important to be able to do that. Okay, put it on my cutting board. I'm going to my next one and go down in, and I try to go in a circular fashion so that I can get just the center of it out without tearing it apart. Go down in as much as I can, around and around and around, until I get as deep as I want to go in there. And you can see it. One last one. Here we go. Around and around and around we go until I get down in here. Sometimes it's a chore to do it, but I love the meal so. And sometimes when you're cooking something, if you love it so much, it really isn't that doesn't take that much to get it done, and it isn't that complicated. So in this, I'm going to take the little parts that I have here, little leftover mushrooms here, and I'm going to dice them up because I'm going to restuff them back inside my mushrooms here. It's important that I do this. Dice them up fine to restuff them back down inside of here. Keep dicing it fine as I can get it. Then I'm going to take them and put them back in my bowl. Put as much as I can back inside of there. Now I'm going to take this and put my lump crab meat in here. Take a little bit of my lump crab meat and put down inside of there. I am putting some Italian breading in here as well. And then I'm going to put in the artichokes. Add the artichokes inside of here as well. Stir these all together to be my stuffing for my for my shrimp. Oh goodness, I'm thinking about the shrimp that I had. I'm thinking about the crab that we had the other night, so pardon me. It's my mushrooms. My wife and I went to dinner the other night. She had crab legs and I had stuffed shrimp. And I wasn't pleased with mine, but she sure was pleased with her meal. And so now I'm going to put in regular seasoning, my magic chef, a little adobo, just a little bit, and some black pepper inside of here. All right. I'm going to put some butter in here. This is like maybe 1/2 teaspoon of butter just for the binding of it, to pull it all together so it can stay together and be solid. I don't want to make it super wet. I'm going to put a little bit more breading in here, just for these few. Then I'm going to stir this all together. This is going to be my stuffing that's going right back inside this mushroom. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. I won't say it again. Okay? I'm going to put a little bit of cheese in it. This is mozzarella shredded cheese that I'm putting inside of here as well. Just a little bit on the inside of it. We are ready to stuff these mushrooms. My oven is already preheated to 350. I'm going to stuff the mushrooms. Now it may fall apart a little bit, but it's okay. It'll come back together again. Put this one in here. Put that all down inside of there. And this will go inside of here. If you have any leftovers, don't think about it. It's not a big deal. If you have leftovers, get you a few more mushrooms and stuff them inside the mushrooms, and it'll be just fine. Okay, stuffing them as much as I can. As much as I can. I have a little bit more on here than I did on the previous ones. And then I'm going to top them off with some cheese, mozzarella cheese, to sit on top of them. I'm going to take them and put them on side of here, which is going inside my skillet. It's a Calphalon skillet. Calphalon is one of my favorite makers of pots and pans that I use. My very first set that I purchased was a Calphalon set that I acquired. I love the product. I love what it does for my food. I really do. And so that's the finished product right there before it goes into the oven. Now what I'm also going to do on here, because I'm setting it in the oven, it's already seasoned as well, I am going to put a little bit of butter on here to cook it while it's in the oven, just in the skillet. Cut it a little bit around in the skillet here, because it's just a few of them in here. I already have a platter for you as well prepared. Put it there, and then I'm going to put a little bit of garlic inside of here as well. This just adds flavor to this. This, once again, is my own personal recipe for this. I tasted it somewhere, and I came home and duplicated it. I'm going to take the rest of this and just stuff it on top of here. It won't hurt nothing. Nothing at all. It'll just cook down on the side of it, and we'll eat all of it. So I'm going to put it in the oven. And it's going to cook at 350 for about 10 to 12 minutes. Now I get an opportunity to share with you my word for today. My word for today is pride. When I think about pride, I think about how someone is caught up in themselves, their achievements, what they've done for themselves. It's all about them. Have you ever met someone, you are currently acquainted with someone, and all they do is talk about themselves? All they talk about are their achievements. That's all they've done. You can't get a word in. Many of us have several of those friends that are similar and they have done that. But I'm coming today out of Proverbs, the 16th chapter and the 18th verse. And this is the word of God. Pride cometh before a fall, and a haughty spirit. Pride cometh before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Pride cometh before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Now the Message Bible says it differently. It talks about pride. It says first pride, then a crash. The bigger your ego, the bigger your fall. And that's what it is. When we get caught up in ourselves so much, and we only think about ourselves, we're not thinking about Christ at all. What Christ has done for us, who is the center of our joy. Let's not put ourselves first, and that is what I really want to leave you with. Meditate on the goodness of Jesus. Be thankful for another day. When I opened, I talked about how bright and sunny it is here in the ATL. It is only because of the goodness of Jesus. It's not because of anything that I've done. He allowed me to have another day, and so I want to meditate on His goodness, and I always want to take the opportunity out just to say thank you. So my word today, once again, is pride. Now, let's go to the oven. I just want you all to see this, and then I'm going to pull out the final presentation for these stuffed mushrooms. They're stuffed mushrooms with lump crab meat, grilled artichoke in it. I selected grilled artichoke on purpose because it has a little bit more flavor. And I do love artichokes as well. I take artichokes as well, and I put them in my spinach when I do a spinach dip as well. Okay, there they are cooking now at 350. Just give you a view of them. They are cooking down some, and they will cook down some, and I just let them cook for about 10 to 12 minutes. And for your viewing, because we don't want to waste time, we want to go right to the meal, we have already prepared for you the final presentation of the stuffed mushrooms, and this is what they look like once they are prepared. Once again, this is an appetizer that you can prepare at any time. It's a wonderful dish to do. It may take a total of maybe about 20-25 minutes in your prep time as well as cooking it. So I want you all to be encouraged on what I provided you with in the Word on pride. Be mindful of who God is and how God has blessed you. Everything is not about you. It really is about God. And all that we do and all that we have, it is only because of Jesus Christ. Now, I hope you enjoy these mushrooms as well. And we will see you all next week. God bless you.